Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 10th Lord in the 8th house. And what happens when the planet that is controlling the 10th house in your horoscope is sitting in the 8th house? And as I can see, Pramila is laying on the bed quietly, but she can scream at any time. And then she'll become a part of the show. But anyway, if you do not know where your 10th Lord is placed and where your other planetary placements are, what conjunction aspects you're having, for that, check out the links here and check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunctions, and Aspects at the Speed of Light, including all my other new options here. So, 10th Lord in the 8th house. Well, I have already made a video on what 10th house is, which is in the description link below. But in short form, 10th house is your reputation. It is your work environment, not your work, but your work environment. It shows your relationship with the father, relationship with authorities, relationship with the government. And it also shows your ability to go out and express yourself in certain ways. It shows what people think of you. It shows how people, behave in front of you, because that's where you go out of your house, because 4th house is the house. 10th house is outside the house. So this planet that is controlling the 10th house in your horoscope is sitting in the 8th house now in your horoscope. Well, what does that mean? Well, what is 8th house? 8th house is transformation, emergencies, sudden ups and downs, government taxes, occult, mysteries, secrets. And it, as I said, represents sudden ups and downs. So what this really usually means is that your reputation has sudden waves, ups and downs, ups and downs. One time you go out and at a party, people respect you, people love you. The next party you go to, people are frowning in front of you. People don't like you. There's some gossiping happening regarding your reputation. But the reason why these things happen is because the fact these people like to work with secrecy. They like to work underneath and behind the backs of people. Their reputation is all about they do things in secret. Even with your coworkers, you're very secret. You don't want to reveal things. You don't want to talk about a certain project. You don't want to know what your ideas and strategy is, because you think people will steal it. And this is why your reputation suddenly suffers. It goes ups and downs. Also, what this shows, because 10th house is your working life and showing ups and downs in career, 10th house. In 8th house, it definitely shows ups and downs in career. These are the people who kind of go through a lot of work, a lot of vocations, sudden changes in job, sudden changes in location for jobs, sudden changes in co-workers. And so this kind of can become a bit of a burden for a person. However, if these people go with the tide, and not too many people will go with the tide, because your mind has to be there to go with the tide. Remember, is that if these people are involved in a project that is requiring them to be secret, they do well at it. If it's about being a detective, investigating and researching for your work and your work environment, they do excellent at it. It shows that if you work for government as a government secret agent, or in the IRS as a government tax agent, you'll do extremely well at this position, and you will feel like, okay, you're home. You belong in this secretive environment. So this is why these people can do pretty well, because they take the work that is requiring them to be, behind the scenes and underground. Like if they go for mining, if they go for working with even dead bodies, if they open up mortuaries, it's all related to the 8th house, death and rebirth. Perhaps your career involves you to be working with mysticism, like astrology, psychic, tarot, numerology, tantra. Your work environment will take you into these things. So usually people working in research and working in investigative things usually have this position. But when a normal person does this, that's where the problem comes in. When a normal person has this position, that's where they'll go to sudden ups and downs with their reputation, with their bosses, with authority, with the government. So you have to learn to go with the tide. Now, depending on what planet controls your 10th house and sitting in the 8th house may give you different type of scenarios and different type of transformation in your reputation. So let's discuss that. And also wanted to tell you that your relationship with the father can also suffer, go up and down. You know how people say, oh my God, my relationship with the father is a roller coaster. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. That's what these positions can show. 10th Lord in the 8th house. Okay, so let's discuss the planetary positions. And I will not forget Venus. So what did I tell you guys? She's going to become part of the show, right? So if Sun is controlling your 10th house and Sun is in the 8th house, what this shows is that your reputation, your ego, your self-esteem always goes into waves, always suffers ups and downs. However, you are a very much an informative person to the boss. You like to tell your boss secrets. You like to keep secrets for your boss and from other people, perhaps protecting the boss. Shows that your relationship with the father was quite in ups and downs. However, there were a lot of secrets that you held for your father and from your father. And these people can definitely become people working in the government and having secrecy, secret documents, perhaps even in the tax. But mainly shows that you try to protect the father as much as possible, but you do not like authority. You have tremendous ups and downs with your bosses. Father may be okay, but with your bosses, you do not like to be an authority. And this is why your reputation at work is always very transformative. You know, people are just like, man, this guy does not want to work with us. So this is why these people are far better off being entrepreneurs. Because remember, the 8th house is the house of revolutionizing things. And so here a person's ego wants to revolutionize things. So they're better off being on their own. If Moon controls your 10th house, Moon goes into the 8th house, shows that the mind is always searching for occult knowledge, always searching for, you know, things related to life and death scenarios, wanting to know what life is, wanting to know what death is. You become, you know, your work environment is all about dealing with people's emergencies and emotions, like a psychiatrist, psychologist, a nurse, ER doctor, ER nurse. And obviously shows that your mother was the kind of person who always saved you from the ups and downs of life, always helped you with your reputation. Your reputation is somebody who loves to just talk and, you know, and mingle about the occult and mysticism. You always talk about, you know, emergencies and helping people in organizations with emergencies. Let's say if Mercury controls your 10th house, Mercury goes into the 8th house, shows that you kind of become this journalist who's very investigative, like an investigative journalist. Your information, because Mercury's information, speech, your ability to communicate, it's all very secretive. You like to do business, you like to make deals in secrets. You don't like to expose it to too many people. When you talk, you have a very bellowed, heavy voice. Because Mercury from here is also aspecting the 2nd house, and Mercury is a significator of speech. So you have a very dark way of talking and very low voice of, you know, talking to people, but at the same time shows that you like to gather information that is all about secret documents, secrecy. Perhaps you're one of those people who wants to see, you know, go into conspiracy theories, search for aliens and all of these things. You can be a psychiatrist as well, or a psychologist, because Mercury is about counseling people, advising people. You can become an astrologer, but your work environment will be all about talking less. Will be all about observing things. Will be all about keeping secrets and documents from the world. Okay, I gotta get my coffee going. Can I drink my coffee? Oh my God, I had to wake up, huh? You've kept me up all day, and I've been working, and it's just my eyes are shutting down. Prampu, you're becoming a regular here now. Not good. You're gonna get too much fame too quick. So let's say if Venus controls your 10th house, Venus goes into the 8th house, shows that you are the kind of person who likes to have affairs and secrets, especially perhaps with your co-workers. You're the kind of person who is extremely sexual, and your reputation in the world is somebody who's very known for their sex appeal. Like if you're a woman, you probably are known as somebody who will do whatever it takes to go to the top. And these are the people can definitely be in the sex industry, because that's where it's represented by 8th and 12th house. So Venus can be involved in a lot of dramatic instances where sexuality and sex becomes the part of the work environment. Shows that your wife keeps a lot of secrets from you. Your wife keeps a lot of secrets from you, and perhaps because of your wife, you might have suffered ups and downs in your own reputation. Perhaps your wife said something, she went somewhere, and, people talk, things of that nature happens. However, your affair and your relationship with a wife will start from being very secretive. You love having secret relationships, and in the work environment shows that somebody who, even if you're in the media and arts, you'll be very dramatic. You'll be one of those very dramatic actors like Al Pacino and Robert De Niro and Marlon Brando type of people who just go to the depths of things and then want to express that in an artistic way. So if you are an artist, you will probably make paintings of death and, havoc happening and tragedy happening, things of that nature. Let's say if, and see, I didn't forget Venus. Let's say Mars controls your 10th house. Mars goes into the 8th house, shows that your work environment can get you in a lot of trouble, because you'll have male co-workers that may threaten your life. They may be very competitive against you. However, you're the kind of person who will go behind a person's back and bam, stab them. You are willing to do whatever it takes to go out in the field, be competitive, shed blood, put your life on the line to make your living. So this can be all kinds of work environment, from a drug dealer, murderer, to a cop, to a fighter, to a secret agent, to a CIA, whatever, where Mars is protecting its environment by being very secretive, being very cunning, and perhaps in a normal sense, this can represent somebody who might does a lot of research related to nuclear physics. Something that may explode, like Einstein. Einstein had Mars in the 8th house. He did research of making like the atom bomb. Although it was this Jewish female scientist who really discovered that, but he was the one who really perpetuated that. Let's say if Jupiter controls your 10th house, goes on the 8th house, shows that you become a counselor for people who are facing life and death scenarios, who are having a lot of baggage in their life that they cannot handle. Like a psychiatrist, psychologist, you become an astrologer. Your work environment is to counsel the government in secrecy. Your work environment is to counsel the bosses in secrecy. But here you gain the knowledge of the deep. You gain the knowledge of the mysterious side of the world. You're able to teach this to the other people. And your education really goes into researching avenue. So no matter what you do, you'll always love researching for knowledge. These people are thirsty for secret knowledge. Let's say if Saturn controls your 10th house, goes on the 8th house, what this shows is that you may actually go into the business of petroleum. Your work environment is all about dealing with people emergencies. It's all about doing administrative work related to the government, which is very secret. You work long hours that can transform your life, that you feel drained. Your energy will feel drained with this position of Saturn, because you'll be working so hard that it'll feel like your life and death is happening every day. However, Saturn always suppresses the house that he sits in. So what happens is, instead of you facing these things, you'll be getting tired by helping other people facing their emergencies. So remember, although Saturn will do his thing, but you will be out there working long hours to help people with their own emergencies. Be helping people with their own traumatic incidents, and they'll make you tired, they'll make you drained out. But here Saturn, represents your work ethic, organization, and represents your ability to do long, hard, and frustrated work. So these people can become mortuaries. They can work with dead bodies. They work in graveyards. They work in mining. They become mining engineers, gems engineers. but their reputation does not suffer as much as other planets, because here he's suppressing all the bad things of the 8th house, so gives you a long life at the same time. And your reputation slowly goes up, slowly goes down, but not like up and down, unless there are other planets that are affecting Saturn. So guys, this was my analysis of 10th Lord in the 8th house. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And again, if you want to know where your planetary placements are and all the secrets of astrology, for that, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Say bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye people, bye-bye people.